Bonjour and welcome to this French lesson with me, Jennifer, your French teacher in the south of France. This little lesson is going to be short and sweet. It's how to tell the difference when you're supposed to use il est or elle est versus c'est or ce sont. So this video is for everyone who's struggling with this, but especially for Terry, who wrote to me and asked me to make a special video just about this because he's having some trouble with it. All right, so there are, I could go into a bunch of explanations, but let's just keep it simple because that's what you want, that's what you need, that's what you can remember. Usually, you just use il est or elle est when it's followed by some kind of adjective or when it's followed by a profession. For example, elle est professeure. Jennifer, elle est professeure de français. You see, I said elle est. Or il est médecin. He's a doctor. Right? So remember, when you're using professions, when you're talking about professions, you don't put a determiner, which means you don't use an article of any kind in front of that profession. That's just the way it is in French, right? Now, you also, like I said, you use il est, elle est, followed by adjectives. So if you wanted to say, oh, she's really nice, she's cool, elle est sympa, or he's really not a pleasant person. Il est désagréable. Il est désagréable. You can do that with any adjectives that you come across. Now, when do you use c'est or ce sont? You use c'est when you do have a determiner in front of the noun that's going to follow it. So that means if you're going to be using le, la, les, or un, une, des, or any of those possessive adjectives, mon, ma, mes, son, ça, c'est, all of those, demonstrative adjectives, whatever, demonstrative adjectives are the ce, cet, c'est. You're going to use those with c'est. C''est or ce sont if it's plural. So, for example, c'est une jolie fille. C'est une jolie fille. That's a pretty girl. Or ce sont des devoirs difficiles. This homework is hard. These are hard assignments, you see? So when you're using il and elle, it's when you're talking about something or someone specific. And when you're using c'est or ce sont, it's more like when you would say in English it or that or something rather non-specific. Okay, so I hope that this little explanation helped you. I can give you a few more examples if you're willing to hang around. So if we go back to the il est, elle est, how about, you can also use it with time, right? Il est 3 heures de l'après-midi. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Or if you want to say, il est difficile. He's a difficult person. Il est difficile. Ils sont agréables. They're pleasant. Elles sont désagréables. They're unpleasant. Right? So remember to change your verb according to whether you need it to be singular or plural. That's always important to remember. Let's go through a few more examples using c'est or ce sont. For c'est, remember that's singular. C'est une journée magnifique. It's a magnificent day. Or ce sont des élèves brillants. Those are some really bright students. All right, so voila, I hope it helped. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, anything to add to that, and I'll see you very soon for another French lesson. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.